We're a nation that speaks English.
Back and look, if something like that thing's goggling.
You know, the one thing I never expected from this Republican Party was this total bend over, present your ass capitulation to a failed con man, grifter, obese parasite like Tiny Fingers. But that's exactly what's happened. And with a handful of exceptions like Cheney and Kinzinger.
I say this to my Republican colleagues who are defending the indefensible. There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your dishonor will remain.
Well, the rest of the GOP and their gun-toting, praise Jesus cuckolds, they all threw their country and their people and whatever integrity or values they may have once possessed, well, they threw it all away. That's right, they threw it all away for a whiff of power blowing from this hump's ass. And I never will be able to understand it. Now, as Trump violates a number of constitutional safeguards every day, these pitiful shadows of men are allowing this pestilent skin tag to drop the final hammer and stay in power as a dictator. And as unlikely as that may have seemed just 10 years ago, Trump is truly laying the groundwork for such a thing. Remember this?
I want to be a dictator.
Well, when Trump said that, he claimed he was kidding, but his hillbilly juggernaut liked what they heard nonetheless.
Would you rather have 4 years of Donald Trump as a dictator or 4 years of President Biden reelected? You know, you don't have to like the words that come out of the man's mouth, but sometimes in life we all need a good paddling from the principal. Donald Trump said on his first day he's going to be a dictator for a day.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
Would you rather have Donald Trump as a dictator for 4 years or reelect Joe Biden for 4 years?
I would rather have Donald Trump.
Donald Trump said in a speech that on day one for a day he would be a dictator. What do you think of that?
No idea. I don't know.
Would you rather have 4 years of Donald Trump as a dictator or 4 years of Joe Biden as a president?
Trump.
Would you rather have 4 years of Donald Trump as a dictator or 4 years of Joe Biden as a president?
Donald Trump all the way.
Even as a dictator?
Yes, yes.
So now this cockwaffle is saying it out loud and using the same tactics from the McCarthy era, even going after people who burn a flag, which reminds me of the Bill Hicks joke where a Trumper-like redneck says, "My daddy died in Korea for that flag," where Hicks goes, "Really? I got mine at Walmart."
Lastly, sir, this is an executive order on flag burning. It charges your attorney general.
Would you listen to this? This is very important. Flag burning. All over the country, they're burning flags. All over the world, they burn the American flag. And as you know, through a very sad court, I guess it was a 5-4 decision. Do you want to discuss that?
Sure. So what the executive order does, sir, it charges your Department of Justice with investigating instances of flag burning and instructs the Department of Justice to prosecute those who are engaged in these instances of flag burning.
But watch Trump here as he rambles through his desire to actually stop elections and declare himself God.
You know, when I have some slob like Pritzker criticizing us before we even go there, I made the statement that next should be Chicago, because as you all know, Chicago's a killing field right now. And they don't acknowledge it. And they say, we don't need him. Freedom, freedom. He's a dictator. He's a dictator. A lot of people are saying maybe we like a dictator. I'm a man with great common sense and I'm a smart person. And when I see what's happening to our cities, and then you send in troops, instead of being praised, they're saying you're trying to take over the republic.
So please tell me why this is happening, because it is happening, and it's happening for one of three reasons, which I'll get to in a second. First, Man-Titties rambles here like a person with full-blown dementia.
And instead of using hydraulic, like on tractors that can handle anything from hurricanes to lightning to anything, they use magnets. It's a new theory. Magnets are going to lift the planes up, and it doesn't work. And they had billions and billions of dollars of cost overruns. I met the architect. I said, have you designed a ship before? This is one of the biggest ships in the world. It's like landing at LaGuardia Airport.
And while Trump slurs his way through these sentences, watch the faces of those surrounding him. They look like zombies.
The Holy Bible and the voices of famed evangelical people.
Trump sounds truly lost, which makes me wonder if one of the following scenarios is happening. Number one, has the Republican Party been commandeered, not by Trump, but by those who know his secrets and control him? That, of course, means starting with Putin.
And I just sent a picture from somebody that wants to be there very badly. He's been very respectful of me and of our country, but not so respectful of others. But he'll, I'm going to sign this for him, but I was sent one, and I thought you'd all like to see it. That's a man named Vladimir Putin. who I believe will be coming, depending on what happens. He may be coming and he may not, depending on what happens. We have a lot of things happening over the next couple of weeks. But I thought it was a nice picture of him. Okay of me, but nice of him. So that was very nice that it was sent to me, okay?
Now, of course, that is insane, right? I mean, Putin is a murderer. He has killed hundreds of thousands of innocent civilians, women and children in Ukraine, and political opponents in Russia. So why would Trump treat him with such deference?
I talked a couple of months ago to Dan Coates, the former director of national intelligence under Trump, and I said, what's going on in this relationship between Trump and Putin? And Dan Coates said, it's so close, it seems like it might be blackmail. CIA Director Bill Burns said, Putin manipulates. He's professionally trained to do that. It's what he did when Trump was in office previously, and he's planning it again at playing Trump. So there is much to watch, particularly in that relationship.
The second scenario is this. Has the Republican Party been so compromised by Russian money, not unlike Trump, and in doing so made themselves susceptible to blackmail? McConnell and the GOP have received millions from Russians, from everything like loans to campaign contributions. So what does it mean?
He told Julia Yaffe, quote, I think Russian propaganda has made its way into the United States, unfortunately, and it's infected a good chunk of my party's base.
And the third scenario is insane, but quite possibly the truth. Has the Republican Party, due mostly to their misogyny and racism, totally given up on the idea of equality as our founding fathers envisioned? I mean, listen to Stephen Miller.
America is for Americans and Americans only.
Children will be taught to love America. Children will be taught to be patriots. Children will be taught civic values for schools that want federal taxpayer funding. So as we close the Department of Education and we provide funding to states, we are going to make sure that these funds are not being used to promote communist ideology. For any nation to be successful, it cannot teach its children to hate themselves and to hate their country. So these are a few of the areas in which President Trump has fought the cancerous, communist, woke culture that was destroying this country.
Or listen to Steve Bannon.
Trump won the presidency, and he is the legitimate.
Let them call you xenophobe. Let them call you nativist. Wear it as a badge of honor, because every day we get stronger and they get weaker.
I just wanted to say, look, welcome to the end of democracy. We're here to overthrow it completely. We didn't get all the way there on January 6th, but we will endeavor to get rid of it and replace it with this right here. We'll replace it with this right here.
Amen.
And then again, listen to Trump. Have we arrived at the crossroads of a fascist takeover, complete with what Trump said, a dictatorship that will protect you more than freedom? Did you know this? Moscow in the 1980s had one of the lowest crime rates in the world because of their Stalin-esque approach to the rights of their citizens. Let me see your papers. Now, was that 1940 Russia or 2025 Los Angeles, D.C., and Chicago? So every day a Republican turns his head and looks the other way, the Constitution dies a little bit more.
Goddamn right.
It's sitting on my desk.
Who are you talking to?
I could be a stupid person.
Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Do you have no shame?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's not fair. Are you not entertained?
Jeffrey Epstein?
They don't know what the they're doing.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
TikTok.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.